Hi, my name is Adam Avrilla, and I would like to welcome you back to our design studio. It is July 1st, which means a brand new video coming your way. You know we love doing hostess things. We love to show different ways to present. So today we're going to turn this bouquet into this beautiful design tray for your next event. Our main component we're going to use is Oasis Floral Foam. We've used this in some other videos, but if you're new to us, you're going to want to look back at the ones we've done because they're amazing and you could still utilize the techniques. This foam you can buy at a craft store. You could also buy it at the floral department at your store. Just ask them for a dry floral foam. This is what you're going to want to use. We are using a tray. You could use a baking dish, you could use pretty much a saucer, whatever would disappear, because again, we're going to be using our tray, our serving tray. This is going to fit right in. So you want to keep it below the lip of the tray. So a disposable plastic tray works great, but again, you could do a pie dish, it just disappears. So whatever you like, look in your house, I'm sure you have something fabulous you can do. We're going to start with our foam. There is cutting lines already on there to help you cut. You're going to want it to sit in the dish. So just give it a cut. That's a perfect size. I've already added the packet. You know, you get those packets of nutrients with your bouquets. They're there for a reason, guys. So you want to use them. Dissolve it into your water. Fill up a saucer of water. This is where I find that people go wrong. You don't pour water over the top of this. You don't push this down into the water. You will literally just let it float its way down. It's going to take a minute, but what that does is it makes sure that the inside of that foam is completely saturated with water. And you can see it's going down pretty quickly, but while it's doing that, let's separate our bouquet into the units. We have beautiful gerbs. The colors of this are stunning, right? Look at these carnations. Aren't those so beautiful? These are actually stem dyed that we do at the farm. Some green, hypericum, different foliages. Look at, we're not even through, and that's already completely almost through. We have sunflowers. Sunflowers, I remember the day they used to be an autumnal flower. We are seeing sunflowers in every season now. They are for sure there. Look, it's almost done. Spray roses and sunflowers. And you can visually see when it's complete, and it is now complete. So we're gonna pop this up, put it right in our dish. Let's get rid of this, and let's get started with our design, and this is our fun. It'll probably be a little bit easier for you to actually design it in the tray that you're utilizing for this. Reason being is for scale. You know, if we did it outside of the tray, we may lose the actual scale, so this will help us with scale. So I am going to start with our gorgeous sunflowers, and this is going to be a grouping. We call it grouping and pave, where the stuff just goes flat onto the foam. And this will be our focal point, and we want them to be together. Next, we're going to use our pink gerbs. Put those next to each other. But you can see how quickly it covers up that foam. Next, let's do our gorgeous carnations. And again, I use a knife. You know, we've talked about that. Certainly you can use these beautiful garden shears. Just don't use regular kitchen cutters or scissors at home. Use something that's made for actual flower stems. That'll make sure you get a real beautiful cut on the flowers without them getting smashed. You don't want them smashed, you want a simple cut. Now let's add some of our green. And we pull these off because it helps us, we get more coverage for it. And let's put these down here. I had somebody send a message asking if I'm this messy, like just throwing stuff on the ground at home. At home I am not, but at my studio I am. So if you feel like throwing it on the ground, you want to clean it up later, then there's nothing stopping you. Throw it on the ground, clean it up later. You see how that's kind of covering already? How gorgeous is that? And we'll take the others and we're going to balance the color, and we're going to put these over on this side. And please, if you guys ever have any questions, give me a shout out. Let me know what your questions are. Anything floral related, we're here to take this journey together, and I want to make sure we are all on the same page and having a good time with this. And these flowers are just going to continue to open. Fill up the space. Next, we're going to take some of our roses. Put them there. And I actually save the greens because I think the greens are kind of pretty. And I'll just put these down there, and it fills in the foam so you don't see the foam. Just utilize some of those greens. Why not? I mean, they're there. You have them. They're part of the design. Keep them. So the thing about roses, like any flower, roses and our lilies, you want to leave some of this negative space around the flower so when it opens up, it has somewhere to go. Otherwise, it just smashes in on each other and you don't get the beauty of a flower. So don't be afraid to leave some space around that. I'm gonna pop a few more of these yellow roses by the lavender because I think that just looks so pretty together. Cut that. Lastly, as far as floral component, is our gorgeous Hypericum. And I'm going to take, if the foliage is ever a little bit damaged, a little bit bruised, it happens. So let's just pop that off and put those there. And do you see how this balances out the color of the gerbs? Pop these through. As you've learned by now, our videos are all about flowers in the home and how we can make them different and entertaining in the home. And I'm so glad that we get to do this together every month, and it really makes me think harder on what I'm going to show you guys and what we're going to design. So thank you for taking the journey. All right, so we have our ruscus. We can cut this off in multiple parts. So don't just use one stem and throw the rest away. No, no. We have all these pieces, so we have 4 pieces from one branch. And this is what we're going to do to cover up the rest of the foam in the design. Floral design can be such a messy, messy little thing. As I'm looking at my table, I'm ashamed because that's getting on camera how dirty it is, so I'm sorry for that. But, you know, it's what it is. These we're just going to put in between the flowers, covering the rim of the container, making sure we're covering up that green foam that's happening, and just this beautiful emerald green popping through. Just adds that moment of color that we desperately need. It is so fresh, it is so summer. And imagine this as a hostess tray. Your guests are coming over, and you don't bring out, just throw a dish on a table. You actually think about what it's going to look like. Hostessing used to be such a glamorous experience. I think it's time we bring it back, personally. So this is our arrangement. Fits perfectly in the container. Also, when you're done hosting, you can put it out on your dining room table, and it's still gorgeous. So we have that in. Take a couple of napkins, put them out. And I have a collection of dishes, and these are from Europe, and the colors are absolutely perfect We have the pink herbs, we have the lavender in here. But place these out, and when you serve your guests with this beautiful design, that is a perfect hostess. So I hope you enjoyed this. Really take time to think about what you're serving and how you're presenting yourself. I'm so glad you joined me today. Remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you next month.